Okay, so you've got to put your hair up like this first because then you'll look really cool like me. So I'm basically just going to get a little bit of the Maybelline Fit 235. Now obviously this is way too dark for me. And then I'm going to mix it with my Estee Lauder Double Wear in Sand. And that's going to make it so that this is good for the wrinkles and this is good for the long wearing and then a little bit extra coverage. And then plus it's like, it's going to match me better because this would be way too dark by itself. So I'm basically just going to kind of put half and half on my hand. So you want to make like a butt shape on your hand. That looks like a booby, but kind of a wonky one. And then I'm just going to mix them just with my fingers onto the back of my hand. And I've found that this, for the wrinkles, applying it with your finger works better, which you guys know I'm obsessed with my Sigma brush, but with this, I just feel like with the fingers, it went on a lot better for my wrinkles. So I'm basically just going to put that and just dip all my fingers into it and then just start working it in all over the face. And this is going to give you, I would say medium to full coverage. If you just add a little bit more layers, you know, you can definitely build it up. But I wouldn't say it's like a full coverage. Like if you've got major acne or, you know, problematic skin that you want to cover, wouldn't say it's going to cover super well, but it is going to cover like the, you know, like I've got acne scarring, I've got pigmentation problems. Make sure you're just blending it down your neck. So I basically just apply it all over my face. Just really make sure that you're blending it all into your areas. Get inside your nostrils. You don't want to have like a wonky line. And then make sure you're blending it kind of behind your ears and up onto your hairline and everything. It's covered, for the most part, everything that needs to be covered on my face so that I don't, you know, it doesn't look super blotchy. It's not super uneven. It's just kind of giving me like a nice, like natural coverage. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell, but it's not sitting in my wrinkles, which is what happens with the other foundations. Because I think they are so much heavier, they end up like, when I go like this, you know, because I tend to raise my eyebrows a lot, then the foundation, it gets stuck in them and makes them look a lot worse than they actually are. This one specifically is more of a sheer kind of natural coverage. It doesn't get stuck into those dilly dang dooley wrinkles. I'm just gonna put my concealer on, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I actually tried a new one yesterday, which is the Urban Decay Concealer Pencil 24/7, which I really liked as well. So I think either of those work really great because I was really impressed with that concealer pen. So I'm basically just gonna put that in a nice triangular shape. It does, for the most part, stay out of the wrinkles a tiny little bit. I think if I would set it with powder, it would be better, but I never do, just because I really can't be bothered. This is just my P86, so I'm just gonna blend that out underneath there. And I like to use this because that way it doesn't disturb the foundation underneath that you just applied. I find that sometimes if you use your finger, it will. Benefit Powder Flage has a really great under eye powder. If you can find it, I think that's been discontinued as well. Poo on them. There's definitely powders out there that you can use to set. Okay, and then I'm just gonna apply my bronzer and everything else like I normally would. But you can see, for the most part, it's a good coverage. It's natural looking. It wears beautifully throughout the day, and I feel like almost it gets kind of a little bit nicer throughout the day because it gives you that little bit of a glow, like your glow comes through from your natural oils, and it just looks really nice, and it lasts me all day long. I'm really impressed with those two together. Now by themselves, by itself, it was a little bit oily and it didn't have the lasting power, but it was still a really beautiful finish when you first applied it. A little bit more dewy though. I would say if you want that lasting power, just mix it with the Estee Lauder Double Wear and you should be good. So I'm just gonna apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll probably just do this fast forward since you guys probably already know what I'm doing, and then that'll be the end.